Hi guys, Daniel Benoit here, founder of the ECBRO, the East Coast Bigfoot Researchers Organization. Well, why am I showing you what I'm showing you? There's some examples of what I've showed and presented up to this point. The big question is, why are we finding single Bigfoot tracks? And this doesn't just pertain to Bigfoot tracks. This should pertain to every species of life, us humans included, all the wildlife, animals. You ever go out there and try to look for various wildlife signs? I do. When I'm out in the woods, I'm always looking for every track possible. If it's a bear, if it's a deer, if it's whatever it may be, mountain lion, you know? A lot of times we find these tracks, we come across these tracks. But why are we only finding one? I found single bear tracks before. It makes sense, which it really should make sense to you. That's why I'm presenting this video, to get you guys to understand and see my point. The various terrain, various surfaces of the terrain and the soil types. We could be walking through the woods, end up walking on soft ground, and all of a sudden the ground becomes firm, or it may become rocky. These are the factors that we need to look at and understand. Now, please understand, I'm not trying to justify every single track out there, because hoaxers produce single tracks a majority of the time. There's a lot of it on social media. I'm not here to justify their actions and what they're doing, but we do come across single tracks. I have myself, okay? Again, I found single bear tracks. You might see a trackway of deer, and then all of a sudden it disappears. You may not see them anymore. It depends. They're walking on soft ground on a trail, or then again, it becomes firm. The ground has a lot to do with what we're finding. Again, this should be common sense. You know, you take the time to really think about it. Come on, guys. Again, I'm not justifying what the hoaxers are doing. It has a lot to do with where we walk. You walk on a deck or a sidewalk, you know you're not going to leave a track, okay? You walk in the mud, yeah, you're going to leave an impression. You walk in soft soil, you're going to leave an impression. But you walk on rocks, you walk on firm, hard, dry ground, very unlikely. So this should be something for you to understand and know and be aware of. Take a look at this gentleman here, who him and his son found these tracks on their while bike riding. I think this pretty much says it all. And watch to the end.
Here, it looks like a right foot. We kept on going.
Keith noted there was just one solitary footprint in the bog.
When it stepped into the mud puddle and then stepped out, it had to have been like a 5 to 6 foot stretch, because the next step was on solid ground and it didn't leave a footprint.
So whatever left the print had a stride far greater than any humans. This led Keith to a worrying conclusion.
There's no way it could be a human footprint, so it had to have been a Bigfoot.
And with that, I rest my case.